Oh, this could be a problem.
Scan failed.
Whoops.
Targeting.
I better quickly move. I think I died.
4,
Oh no!
2,
No! It fell off the edge! You're kidding me! No! No! It fell off the edge.
So my hands are stuck in a box.
Can I bash it on something? Get off my hands. I'm starting to get claustrophobic here. Like my hands are stuck in this thing.
All right, guys, shall we get into this? So, first of all, thank you for giving up your Sunday, coming over and playing some VR.
No worries.
Anytime, kids.
Today, it was those rewarding, frustrating, annoying, but pleasurable puzzle games. So first off, we played I Expect You to Die. And Mark, you were on there first. So how did you find the experience of that?
So I've got to put the key in here. It's in park. All right, let's have a think about this.
This car will never reach Zanzibar. It has some of the...
Intruder detected.
Honestly,
Oh.
Agent, we want the car in one piece. Nothing short of an explosion is going to make a dent in that cargo.
Oh, an explosion in the car. Oh, I see. There's something out the window here. All right. So I've died again. How to arm your bomb. This could be... Oh, there's a gun back there. Bring that to... Okay, maybe I'll try shooting out this window. That was good. Put that down. Oh, there's a gas. I think I'm gonna die. Poison gas. Okay. That's no good. I'll bring that. And I'm dead. Okay, so that's poison gas. Got to deal with that first. Oh, what's in here?
You may be wondering
Cash.
why this car can never reach Zanzibar.
All right. All right. Maybe I need to think about this. Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll try it in a different order. Try cutting them in a different order. 3, 2, 1. See if that works. Oh,
No ticking is good ticking.
I just don't know how to open this window. Oh, there we go. Good call. Well done, team. Maybe I'll try one of these bits of dynamite. We'll try this. There we go.
A bit unconventional, but then again, convention never was your strong suit. You'd better drive the car off the plane before something else explodes.
Wow. Gosh.
Parachutes deployed.
Yeah, it was a bit stressful for me. I think any kind of pressure, there's a lot going on. There was, risks and dangers. Poison gas was going to come. The expectation of succeeding against the backdrop of dying, even though it was just a game, it rattled me for some reason. I found that my brain's not naturally intuitive to problem solving. I wonder whether some people are more geared to logically being like, all right, let's step this through. But my brain, I don't know, maybe it's a creative brain thing, something like that. It just didn't naturally land for me. And I felt an ambient level of stress throughout.
Okay, Ryan, how did you find it?
Well, just on Mark, I thought that you picked it up really quick.
Oh,
I thought-
really?
Before we did this, I was like, oh, he's going to be terrible.
Oh. I was just going, I don't know. I'm
you
at a
picked it
loss.
up surprisingly fast, I thought.
Needed a few hints there.
Operation Squeaky Clean. Oh, okay. So it looks like I'm in a
We believe
window
Zoraxis is
cleaning
creating a
device
deadly
on the side of a
We
building.
know Zora wants revenge on the...
I'm so frustrated by this.
Initiating security measures.
We believe Zoraxis is creating a deadly supervirus. Up.
Green, red, blue. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to ask that. No. Green, red, blue. Button. All right, Acid, here we go. I don't think we need this anymore. Okay. No one else is watching. All right, we've got some acid here. I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to make another thing of the antidote. Oh. Okay, so we've got purple, yellow, and red, just in case it goes off the edge again, which was super annoying. That's the acid. Acid, antidote. Antidote left, acid right. Button. Oh wait, which one was the acid? Getting all this stuff out the way quickly.
If that rocket launches with an active virus.
Here we go.
Launch imminent. 6, 5, 4, 3. Virus payload neutralized.
It's in there. Neutralized it. Come on. Just in case.
Well done, Agent. There will be no outbreak today. Let's
Did
get
it.
you out of there.
Done. Finally. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how close I got on that previous attempt. I enjoyed it. I know what you mean, Mark. It did feel a little bit clunky at the start, and I had to really think, oh, what button am I pressing here to make this thing move? But after a while, you start to it becomes more fluid, and you stop thinking so much about what button am I pressing. And so I got to the point where I was just sort of grabbing things and throwing them, and it just starts to become second nature after a little while. So in that sense, I liked it, and I thought the aesthetics were good. It felt, it's got a sort of Bond style about it. And when you're solving those type of problems, I had to, find the antivirus for some chemical that was about to be released. I thought that the aesthetics lined up with what you were trying to achieve, so that was good for the gameplay. But I think that for me, the frustrating thing was probably just having to go back to the start each time. Something would go wrong and I've got to go through all the steps that I already know. So I had to just go through the motions of quickly whipping through all the stuff that I'd already solved to get back to where I was. And I did that many, many times.
But just imagine if you pay me $20, that's the only cut I'll use. And everyone will be like, "Oh, look at Ryan! He did it in 30 seconds. Wow, this guy's amazing."
He's so fast. He's just throwing things out the way.
Okay, and for our second game, we visited the Statik Institute, which found you with no instructions whatsoever, bound to a chair in a strange, strange hospital. Mark, how do you feel about that?
Well, I guess welcome back to the Statik Institute of Retention.
There's a red flashing light on the box with a battery. I see a box of gloves here. I see a fire extinguisher in the corner with a TV. There's a strange box next to me. There's not a lot of information to go on, which is interesting. I guess my job is to try and get out of this box. Oh, okay, that's interesting. The lights on this panel, they light up in correspondence with the buttons that I push, so I can put them on and off. It seems like the controller is controlling the box rather than the panel, which is interesting. My brain does not make much sense of this. Okay, so I've put a pipe into a clamp. I'm going to put this clamp down here. Oh, hello. I've connected something up. So I've closed two ends of the box. I think that's a good start. And that's now lit up some blue lights on the front of the box, which I think is indicating progress towards opening the thing up. Okay. I can see some little circles that would line up with each other. Oh, okay, that's an interesting... So I've probably got to line up those circles with the little panels inside. Okay. And it's printing out some sort of ticket.
So, let the old girl scan the ticket, and we can call this a day.
Scan the ticket, Edith. What's happening? Oh. We're underwater
Doctoring
now.
in.
That one I felt even more uneasy than the first one, and probably the lack of context or explanation. The first game, by contrast, you very much had like, all right, here's the situation, here's what is expected of you, and here's the reasons. You go, all right, yep, that helps me to understand where I'm going with this. The second one, it was the you're sort of groggily waking up from something in it, and you're sort of seeing shapes and then a person, and the surroundings are bleak, and it was just stressful. And it was really interesting because I'm not really an anxious person, but there was this level of like uneasy about that one because none of it made any sense. Like, why were your hands in this box? What is this? It was almost like a Soviet era lab, and you could sort of, there was a scientist in the background who you can kind of see but not. And there's I don't know the term of it, but there's a interesting psychological concept that if human form is slightly off, it's like really naturally repulsive to people. And that's what was triggering me, that scientist. It wasn't right because you couldn't see his face.
Yeah, it was pixelated.
That's right. It was and it was sort of blurring in and out a little bit. So you're starting to question your own consciousness, I suppose. And then I was a bit stressed because I'm looking at this box just going, I don't know where to begin. And again, it was one of these ones where without some assistance clues, I don't think I ever would have solved it ever.
And Ryan, how did you find it?
Accept my fate. I'm still not sure if that was actually part of the game or not. So my hands are locked in a 1980s box. It's got a cassette on it.
Well, as alone as one can be in
and a
someone else.
Telefunken dial. Okay, interesting that the tones change depending on what buttons I push. Okay, so 599 seems to be on the computer in front of me. Let's just see if that does anything. All right, we seem to have opened up one component of it. I can't tell you how frustrating it feels. Like I want to spin this thing around. There we go. So the yellow, we're looking for, okay, pot plant, righto. Heyo. This guy's getting bored over here. I hope you guys aren't getting too bored out there. What if I call 911? It doesn't seem to be coming up over that side now. Oh yeah, okay, there, oh okay. Still didn't let me out. I thought that was gonna let me out. It pains me, but I'm an idiot. Give me a clue. That was a terrible clue. I can't believe I said I'm an idiot for that clue.
I understand and accept all possible consequences of this retention.
Come on, that's got to have done something. Oh, here we go. Gosh.
There you are. I do look forward to that noise. Proof that we're all performing.
The sentence was in the wrong order. Yeah, similar to Mark. It feels frustrating to have your hands stuck in something. I had a bit of a sense of claustrophobia and looking down and seeing my hands just stuck, and you're holding the control, so there's that sense of realism in that your hands are kind of stuck in this thing, and it does feel a bit frustrating. And you look around the room and the box kind of follows you, and it's just, I don't know, at the start it's a bit unnerving, but then you start focusing more on the problem solving side of it, and I like that. But again, I think similar to the first game, it got a bit frustrating at times where, you know, you start to hit a bit of a wall, and I was reluctant to call on getting a clue. And so I just start doing the old fashioned mash pad and pushing all the buttons to try and just get something to work. And I was like, all right, this isn't working. And yeah, I just found myself sort of hitting walls and going, oh, I don't know. And I lose interest a bit when I get to that point.
When it gets too hard.
I'm a quitter, is what I'm getting
I'm a quitter
at.
as well. I relate.
The interesting thing you both mentioned, and I find this interesting about VR, is the sensations, you know, claustrophobia, feeling uneasy and stuff like that within the games. VR's great at bringing those emotions forward, and it's very good in the horror genre as well and stuff like that. So those base human fears that you have in VR, they seem to be able to make games that bring those out. And I think it's going to be interesting as VR technology moves forward. They should hopefully be able to bring on the other human emotions that we have. Do you know what I mean? It's like you'll play a game that makes you happy, or play a game that makes you, excited or brave or whatever. And if they once it starts to tap into that, this technology is just going to be amazing. All right, guys. Well, we get to this part every episode where we have to choose one game to climb the ladder, the other game to be eliminated. So moving forward is I expect you to die, going to die. And we'll be spending another week in the Statik Institute. That was an awful segue, by the way. Hang on.
Smooth.
Yeah, no, let's just go.
You go, right.
I'm leaning towards I expect you to die.
Okay.
Because I feel like there was just a bit more complexity around it. Just, there was just more problems to solve rather than just being on one box,
And Spearsy?
Yeah, I would agree. I expect you to die because you had a clear purpose. The hands in the box was not clear as to why this had happened or what the point was of getting your hands out of that box. But the mission in Expect You to Die, you're a spy. You've got to complete this task, and there's a very logical nexus to that.
Well, there we go. I don't have to make a decision. If I had to, I probably would have chosen Expect You to Die too. It's just a bit more narrative driven. Although, props to Statik, because I think it is a very clever game. It's a clever puzzle game, and it's very interesting. But the same kind of thing. How long are you going to spending there?
Yeah.
After you've done 3 or 4 boxes, is it really going to be a challenge? Or are you just going to be like, I'm just sat here?
But I mean, insane. That goes for both of them. Once you've solved it once, you're never going to go back and play that game again. And that's,
no, of course.
That's their downfall. I did a quick warm up with a Rubik's Cube solve, and I'll go back to Rubik's Cube and solve it again and again. But both of these games, once you've solved it once, you'd never play it again.
Well, guys, thanks again for coming over. I expect to see you both over again at some point to play some more VR games. You guys at home, if you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe, the bell notification, leave a comment. And we'll bring you more PSVR playoffs soon. Bye.
Bye.